Welcome back, everyone. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I have a little junk journal here that I want to share with you. This is another one of my antique postcard cover junk journals on top of an antique book. This one is from 1910, and I really love it because it says best wishes. They did a shadow emboss here with gold, and then this beautiful little country house scene with the little bridge over the river. It's so sweet. And I've mounted it with these vintage corner mounts. So they're authentic as well as everything in my journals. Everything is real ephemera, no commercial products or digitals. And then you can pop this off and see the message on the back. It's really quite wonderful. So let's take a little look on here. I've got, vintage beads here and some vintage doily bits here. So here's the original first pages of the book. And as you can see, this one was inscribed in 1919. And then here is the original first page of that book. This is from 1925. Tommy Turkey, How to Draw a Turkey, from the Art and Education book. And here's a 1940s little children's book page here, and just a fun little spot here that you can journal on the back from this vintage book as well. And all that's mounted on top of this antique school book page from 1910 as well. This is just the spine of a dust cover jacket, and this is the cover of an antique book. This is from 1856. Sorry, there we go. Let's take this. This is the first page of the book, and it's the Eastern Old World, Eastern or Old World, whichever you would call it. And this is a beautiful full color plate, which is a little rare for the 1850s, but you can see it was hand colored using, likely this one was using a stenciling in ink. Very, very cool. Naturally discolored. I didn't distress that at all. Got some fun clusters here with antique bits and pieces. That's from the early 1900s as well. This is a 100-year-old banknote from 1924. And it really has beautiful texture. I love these old banknotes. And then this is another antique postcard. Look at the horse and buggy going down the street. This is from early 1900s as well. And here is from 1956, a really fun teen magazine. Look at this one. Isn't that great? And the ads are hilarious. It's just fantastic. And the words to some of the songs that were popular in 1955. I love these. More of these art pages here, 1955 stamp collector book page. And that is the cover, a piece of a cover book. It's just so old. I just thought it'd be a fun little cluster bit. Vintage Monopoly piece and money. And then this is another wonderful little children's book page from a vintage book for journaling, 1930s children's book page here. Look how sweet that is. And some little child took a pencil to it. I left it, but an eraser can take that off. Just be gentle. But I left it because it was the child's artwork. This is one of my flinch cards, which I love. And I put lucky number 7 in here. And that's from a 1940s Theater World magazine page. And then this is from a 1937 history book. Prize winning. That's the inside spine. If you pulled that off, you would see the embossing on the other side, but don't pull it off. Here's a wonderful inscription from a very old book. And there is the plate on the other side and another one here. Look how great that is. I just love it. And some journaling pages here and more of that history book. Look at this great piece here from 1959. Some great little fashions there. Antique paper on the back to journal. Spot here to journal. And over here as well. More fun clusters. And this oldie but goodie, let's call it, is from 1895. And it just has the best advertisements. Look at how much fun these are. Oh my gosh, so great. Anyways, you'll have a lot of fun reading that. You can use it in your mixed media work if you like. I've got a vintage glassine stamp collector's envelope here, and then I put in random antique and vintage stamps in there for you to play with, and put it in the stamp collector's page. And that's just a little hidden journaling spot under this vintage piece here. And another children's school book page from the 40s. This is from 1955, this crochet book page. And this is the front inside page from a antique book. And this is a Actually, this is the 1920s as well. I love this. So maybe if you know somebody who's having a baby, these are all different names with the alphabet. Is that neat? And some vintage paper on the back to journal on as well. I really like that. This is from a vintage bird book, Birds and Their Eggs. And there's the little egg there. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a beautiful piece. And then just an antique page here that was blank, so I thought it would be a nice journaling spot. This is from the 50s, I think, 40s, 50s. And it is the coronation of the Queen. Isn't that beautiful? It's stunning. I folded it because I didn't want to cut the good bits off. And it's really quite historic. There's a 1953 receipt from the White House Baking Company and a vintage recipe card that never got used. Another children's book page there from the 30s. I made a little waterfall journaling space here and a 1937 diary page from September 17 and 18. And then just another children's book page, putting up the British flag here. And I enjoy Overtune. That's from the 40s. I think I said that right. Another things to make and do page. Vintage book. A 1905 gardening book. And there's another one of these wonderful end pages from another antique book. And then this is the spine from this book, the inside signature spine. And then this is the end page of this book, Explicit. And tuck that into this belly band here I made. Has a little secret journaling spot here. Things to make and do. And Theater World magazine from the 40s. And, oh, these wonderful advertisements here as well in the back of that. And yeah, the last page of the book, the originals. So I hope you love it as much as I loved making it. Hyperstamper.etsy.com, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye for now.